Hello and welcome to Infamous, the audio podcast. This is Brandon, or Mutilus on Discord.
This is Parker, go by one who parks on Discord.
And this is Aaron. I go by Treffenwood on Discord.
Welcome back to another riveting episode. Parker, do you know what this week is?
No, I don't.
You have no idea.
I mean, I know the date. I don't think that's what you're leading
that
to.
is worthless information. Nobody needs that. It's the first Chiefs home game of the year.
Oh, I know.
Apparently you didn't.
I did not know. Obviously, it was the first Chiefs home game, but is it preseason still, right?
Yeah, it's still preseason.
Okay, that's why it hasn't hit my radar yet. Because it's not Red Friday yet, right? Because you wait for the regular season for Red Friday.
Yeah.
So that's always the big kickoff for me. I didn't even watch the full preseason game. I was kind of watching it going, yeah, but I feel no stakes in this. I was just like, this is kind of boring. And so
the last one, apparently we didn't play any starters either, and we had D&D that night anyway, so it was just a shit show. Normally there's never a conflict, but apparently Chiefs play like 3 Friday games this year because, no one thinks that makes sense.
Yeah.
Last year we played on 6 days of the week. It's like, please, look, just fucking put our games on Sunday, please. Just fucking please. I don't want to be playing games on fucking Tuesday. It's fucking stupid.
Amazon's got to make that money. Isn't so? Amazon's. I know is one of them. One of the Chiefs and Chargers that is on YouTube or something. It's on a really weird spot. I saw an ad.
The YouTube Premium, you can watch like all of the NFL games. It's not just Chiefs.
Right, but I thought there was some. I just saw some advertisement for Chiefs and Chargers on this app, and I was like, "What the fuck is like PBS?"
It's probably Amazon. Amazon has a game every week because I think they took over Thursday Night Football, and so every week Thursday Night Football is Amazon. So you can watch it on Amazon Prime, which is really cool. It's either that or Mondays. It's one of the weekday games. I always thought Thursday football was stupid. Also, like, I get Monday. It's it's one day later, so it's like a premium game. But like, just fucking do Saturday night instead of Thursday. How the fuck does Thursday make any sense?
And Monday Night Football became like a thing, right? With the what was it? Hank Williams Jr. made a cool song. It's fine. Like, let's do it.
Sure. I mean, they do songs for every season.
Right.
There's a bunch of songs, but it's more just like it's only one day off. Like, you're talking about the reason we only play one football game a week is because it's incredibly physically demanding, and like it's not fair to ask them to play after a short rest. And so then they're like, let's do Thursday Night Football. Well, that's just fucking ridiculous. Like, you want somebody to go from Sunday to Thursday instead of Sunday to Sunday. It's like, why are you putting down such a... If you weren't going to put it on Saturday because of college football, just put it on Friday. Like, or just don't have anything before Sunday. Just Sunday and Monday.
Right.
Put more games on Monday. It'd be fine. Like, it's so annoying.
Yep.
And now that, of course, the Chiefs are doing well over the last several years, obviously, we have so many primetime games. It's fucking exhausting because I work Monday, Thursday. And so I have to take like the whole day off while working a double shift so I can go to a Chiefs game. It's fucking crazy.
There's got to be some dividend, though, right? Like, the Chiefs organization has got to get some thing for that risk they're taking. Right? Or is it just exploitation?
Not really. No, the whole staff hates it. It's money. The NFL wants more island games. Right. And so if there's only one game happening, they steal all of the spotlight.
Right.
And so where on Sunday, they're competing against themselves. Like, nobody gets ratings Sunday afternoon, right? Like, it's all football. And so when you do it, okay, well, now we're going to do Sunday night, and then we're going to do Monday night, and then we're going to do Thursday night, and then we're going to do, like, later in the season, we'll also have Saturday games, and it's like, god damn. And so there's 5 nights a week, football's dominating the ratings.
Yeah, I guess it's interesting. There's really no way for them to balance that and the physical play of football. They've just got to let people overexert themselves.
Yeah. And so because of that, a lot of people tend to get hurt due to, like, the Thursday games, but also, like, them extending the number of season weeks and all that stuff. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Aaron, is this the year you finally get into football?
No.
Aaron should be excited that football is kicking off this weekend. Are you excited, Aaron?
I am not. Please explain why I should be excited, though.
It's KCBBL. Got him. He forgot that was also kicking off this week.
No.
You should be excited people are playing Blood Bowl, even if it's not, tournament games.
Well, I'm a bad person because I'm not. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I can't say. I feel like, and I know Blood Bowl people love league play in Blood Bowl, but I like the thought of tournament play sounds so much more entertaining than league play. But and I know that's not the way Blood Bowl quote unquote is supposed to be played, but man, uh, leagues, I don't know, campaign leagues, as much as I love the concept and I love the idea and it sounds so fun, I've never been able to execute one well. And I think it's just me. It's just like a me problem. I don't interact with a campaign very well at all. I really struggle to keep up with it.
I think you struggle with the time investment aspect.
Yeah.
In the regards of you know where you want to go. You have a goal in sight.
Mhm.
But unlike most other games, you cannot accelerate that process because it's on schedule.
Right.
And so it's just weathering the storm for that 10-week campaign or whatever that you happen to be playing.
Mhm.
And then hoping that nothing goes awry in that period. And, maybe your guy dies, like the guy you're trying to level up dies randomly throughout the campaign. You have to start over. It's like, there's just nothing you can do about it. So we're like a video game, you're like, I'll just restart or I will play more to get there faster. And you just
Right.
can't interact with the time period.
Yeah.
I just posted in podcast the current summer league that I'm part of, because I have not played an actual league in years, and someone wanted to start an online Kansas City league, and I said, sure, let's do this. Let's support this initiative for a Kansas City online league. And that picture on the left is 1 dead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 injured and 2 knocked out.
Nice.
That was July 23rd. 2 games later is the image on the right. 3 dead gutter runners, 2 injured, 4 knockout. I have zero desire to play League in Blood Bowl ever again in my entire life.
I think there's a pretty obvious takeaway from this. It's karma for you playing Skaven.
I mean, I was playing the quote-unquote best starting team in the game in the second one, which was Amazons, with 0 kill stacking abilities. And they absolutely just like rolled boxcars after boxcars after boxcars.
Yeah.
I can take bad luck, bad dice, it's fine. But when that sticks with you for the rest of the entire league, just I'm just gonna nope out of that for the rest of my life. Like, no more. So I'm with you, Parker. Resurrection tournaments, way to go.
Yeah, I think I see it from both sides. Like, I like the concept of going to a tournament and having, like, grinding several games of the team I think is really efficient or good in that packet. And then I also see the advantages to, like, trying to organically grow something and not being able to just cookie cutter pick and choose what you want. After playing Blood Bowl so long in a league format, it feels wrong to just be able to take stuff on people and not worry about it. Like, it just seems weird.
Aaron, on the tournament setting, this is maybe a stupid obvious question, but when you lose players to death in the tournament setting, do they just become instantly revived in round 2? Or is there some permanence?
Yes.
Yeah, in the next round of the tournament, you just start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's revived. You don't get star player points in advance, but you also suffer no negatives.
Okay. I wonder if anyone's attempted or tried, I'm sure somebody has, to make a format with like permanence of some kind, but I'm not sure how that would work in just like 3 games.
Yeah, you wouldn't level up enough people to be relevant. What you could do is do like a tournament style where you come in with like a slightly built up roster where you have some experience to hand out and then keeping your stats between games. But then again, like, whoever gets unlucky on injuries is basically out of the tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seems like probably the opposite of what you want the tournament to be, right? Just let the campaigns be the random Aaron gets fucked hard scenario, and the other one is the first round didn't go well, but here let's try the second round.
Yep,
cool.
There's another thing about campaigns though. One more thing, and it's not just like me personally. It's also when you run into that guy that got really lucky 2 games in a row. And he's just got king shit run over your face list compared to yours. That is hard. And the very first person that ever did that to me was actually your son, Aaron. The first time I met Perrin to play a game was I was in the Blood Bowl League, the only one I ever tried to join. And he played me before I even know I don't think knew he was your son yet, but he played me, and he had gotten lucky a couple times with some gutter runners, and had like go again, +1 speed, +1 agility, just bullshit, just like stacked. He had like 2 gutter runners like that, and so he's like, all right, I will receive the kickoff. I scored. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I received the kickoff. Take the rest of the half to score. Start of the next half. I received the kickoff to score. I was like, okay. I guess I'll try to score. Oh, I didn't. The game's over. And I was like, huh. Well, hell. Like the whole point is like if I was playing dwarves and I didn't score twice and there was no option, there was none like a second option, because he scored instantly with a few dice rolls. Like I never got to roll a block. I never saw anything.
No,
happen.
yeah, you literally don't interact with them at all.
Yeah.
What is it? You need to get, it's like sprint and +1 speed, right?
Yeah. They're two squares away from being able to just score without
To just walk in.
Yeah.
And so that's a perfect example of like in tournament, most packs won't let you buy stats, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And now you can no longer push your movement above 8, I think.
Oh, it's just capped.
Or 9. I think it's capped at 9, so I don't think you can get +1 speed on gutters anymore. So that particular interaction is now illegal, which is great.
That is good. Super fun for Perrin to stick it right up the
scored
hole.
8 touchdowns in a playoff game in San Antonio.
Jesus.
Yeah, 8-0.
8-0. Oh.
Because the guy would try to pick up the ball and fail, and he would run, pick it up, and score in one turn. And then he'd kick back to the other guy and do it again, right? The guy had the worst luck picking up the ball. So he kicked the Perrin once, and Perrin scored in one turn. And then, every other turn, Perrin would turn him over and score. It was pretty bad.
Ugh. But good for Perrin for getting that guy's dice. Good for Perrin. Oy. Speaking of Perrin, has he broken down and actually bought a Flesh and Blood card yet, or is he still?
He has not.
Deep in the ham crate digitally.
He's continuing to iterate. I bit the bullet and bought a deck 2 days ago, so it'll get here in 2 weeks. And I'll start playing for reals.
Ooh.
What did you decide on?
I'm going to go with Fang.
You did mention that you liked him. I think his art is super cool.
Yep, that's one of 2 reasons. I like the art and I like the playstyle. So combine the 2 of those and we'll give it a whirl.
I need to just etch out some time to really sit down and play some games and get used to the UI. I touched the digital version of the game that you showed me, and I immediately went like, I don't know what's going on here at all. I need to take a step backwards, because I don't know what my AI opponent is doing. I don't really know what these things are. I think I need to actually step back and like maybe watch some gameplay, like watch some people who know what the fuck they're doing, just talk out what they're doing. And so I've been doing some of that, and I've after like the 5th video or 6th video I watched, I started to be like, okay, I'm starting to see this now. Like I'm starting to understand like the curve. I'm starting to see the edge of the horizon, and so I'm excited to take that and then go into maybe actually playing with a couple characters. But
cool,
we'll see.
On one final sports topic, I don't know if Parker, you know who Sky Moore is?
Yeah,
he famously has a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And 0 touchdowns in regular seasons ever played.
Mm-hmm.
He is not my favorite player. I think he's a good person. So shout out to him for trying to make his dreams come true. He's the Nathan Peterman of wide receivers. I don't know if you remember me talking about Nathan Peterman.
Yeah.
My second favorite quarterback of all time. He has the funniest stats ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just traded Sky Moore like an hour ago.
Wow.
We got a 2027 6th round pick for him, which is the biggest heist in history in my opinion.
How did that happen?
The funny part is we gave him a bunch of money too, and so now the other team has to pay the money. So thank God.
Well, that kind of blows me away.
Mm-hmm. Jazz quickly checked what the social medias was doing, and everyone's doing the Napoleon Dynamite yes meme. Finally, yes, he's gone.
Yeah.
And so
Didn't he also get like run back a touchdown in the preseason game?
No,
The other
yeah,
day?
he has like 2 good plays in his entire NFL history, and one is a really good punt return, and that was really good. They had no complaints on that one. The other one was on his touchdown catch in the Super Bowl. He lined up on the wrong side of the field, and they just didn't have time to fix it, so they just went with it anyway, and it worked. Luckily, he was open by 10 yards in every direction because they just forgot to cover him because he's dog shit. But
Yeah.
like I said, he's a good guy, so hopefully things work out for him.
I really like that. He's just following his dreams.
Yeah, he's following his dreams.
Why do we need to show this guy? He's just, as far as we know, all he's done is try to follow his dreams.
That's what happened to Nathan Peterman. Like the Bills shoved him in at quarterback when they didn't have a real quarterback, and he had the single worst game played by like a quarterback ever. Basically, the formula they use to calculate quarterback rating doesn't work on that game. He played so poorly. He has more passes completed to the other team than he does to his own teammates.
Aww.
His adjusted yards per attempt was like -7 yards, which means every time they called a pass play, he lost his team 7 yards.
Poor guy.
And so after the game, the news reporter comes over, he's like, "So how did you think you played during the game?" it's like, "Thanks, bro. I'm literally like having the worst day of my entire life. Thanks, bro." But he looks at the guy, he's like, "You know what? I'm just trying to do the best I can. God is great. I hope everyone has a great day." And he just like walks out. He's like, "That's a nice dude. He's putting up with a lot of shit right now."
Yeah, he's trying.
Yeah. Leave that man alone. All right. To the media stuff. Anybody do anything new? Anybody got a new game or a new TV show?
Nope. I've been busy.
Nice.
I am finishing Adventure Time with my girls since Sarah's out of town, and we're like on season 5 now. I have heard of Adventure Time my whole life, but I somehow missed like the window where it was relevant to my youth, and so like some of my peers would talk about it very fondly, and some of my students have seen it, but I just somehow missed it, and so going through it with my daughters has been fantastic. I understand why people like it. The reason why I like it, this is not speaking for others, is that it is genuinely very funny. There was one episode that we watched 2 days ago that I spent 15 minutes like laughing, just like out loud. This is funny. And if I just played that same episode for others, I don't think it would land. It lands because they build these characters. It's very much a serial where you learn about them and stuff. But by season 4 episode like 20 something, I can't remember precisely what it was. That episode it was just hit after hit after hit after hit. You could barely breathe. It was so good. You have to like absurdist humor. It's definitely absurdist humor, but it makes me laugh in a similar way to Always Sunny. I think Always Sunny is like a very adult version of this show where it's just like massively absurd, and that's why it's funny. Like, don't think about it too hard. Like, don't try to wonder how any of these people are getting away with what they're doing. Just watch it and have fun. It's funny in that way. But if you've never done it, I don't know if I would enjoy it as much without my kids. I don't know if it would, but there are some episodes like that one that I would have laughed if I was by myself. I would have just been sitting there laughing. It was that good.
Cool. Well, I found a new background noise TV show, Boston Legal. I've had it recommended a few times. James Spader's obviously always fun, but I've never been a Will Shatner fan, but I did not know what his character was supposed to be like. Have you guys seen this show?
No.
I
know of it.
Right, a lot of people know of it, and so like Will Shatner and James Spader are both like great orators, right? Like that's like the point of them as actors. But William Shatner's character in the show plays a aging like big name attorney at this law firm that he founded. And he's like this mythical character in the law industry in his city. and he's like 6,000 something like trials he's worked on in his 50-year career. He's never lost at trials, like this mythical character. But in the show, he's like got early stage Alzheimer's and like doesn't really remember everything all the time. And he just plays a complete buffoon character. Like he's this outrageous person who just like sexually harasses everyone he meets and like just makes off-color jokes constantly, but like doesn't really remember enough about the law to practice it. But he's like this figurehead that gets them business now, but like can't actually do his job anymore. And so he's just a very odd character, and it doesn't really land at first until, I don't know if you just get used to it over time or they do a better job of writing his character. And then Spader obviously does a good job. He's their like go-to attorney that, you know, fights all their hard cases and stuff. But it's just kind of an odd show, but it's fun to have on in the background.
I've seen there are lots of clips from it, right? Because Shatner has a lot of awesome stand-up moments. I remember my dad really liked that show because he's a huge Shatner fan from young Shatner and, you know, Star Trek. Like he remembers him.
Yeah.
And so he really liked the show. He also like older men love like that character, right? I don't know if there's a direct appeal to older men, but it sure feels like it. Where it's like, here's a guy who has no business being in a job, but they're going to give it to him because he had acumen and we're cashing in on it. And guess what? Every once in a while, his like ridiculous amount of experience and his just kind of aura just, you know, leads them to victory, right? When nobody counts on him. That's a very common way for older men to go, oh yeah, I'm still relevant. Look at this guy. Like, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it, because I think when the show was out, everyone like the star appeal was William Shatner, and now looking at it in reverse, now that the show is older, it clearly the draw is James Spader and William Shatner's like setting, and so it's just interesting looking at like the passing of two stars in that show.
I wonder if we have seen a close to the era of these kind of B-list superstars that can like be lended to something like a show to give them that kind of power, because oftentimes I talk to my own students and they know movie stars pretty well. Movie stars are still definitely things, but television stars are like, it's hit and miss. Some of my students know television stars very well, and some of them don't watch any television, like zero. And so like there's a huge portion of them that they know YouTube stars, they know Twitch stars, and I wonder if the age of the television star is waning at all. I don't think it'll wane anytime soon. I don't think it'll disappear anytime soon. But I wonder when I am 80 years old and my friends are all kicking the bucket around me, will Twitch stars be, you know, showing up on their version of Boston Legal? Is that a thing? Will Mr. Beast be showing up as an aged man, appealing to my children and their generation? I don't know. It's an interesting concept.
I think there's kind of already evidence of that. I can't remember what show it was, but there's some girl is like a YouTube streamer, and she made it onto some like really popular TV show a few years back. I can't remember what show it was, but she did a really good job with it. So I don't know if she ever got another role, but I think now it's a lot more times you'll see actual movie stars transitioning into TV shows, because I don't know if the streaming services have meant there's more money there to be made versus before. But yeah, I don't know. You're probably right, because I didn't used to watch a lot of TV. I watched mostly movies, and now I've transitioned to watching almost exclusively TV shows. I don't watch many movies anymore. And so yeah, I'm not sure. I definitely, now that I'm watching more TV, I recognize the same people in different shows. And I think I've started recognizing almost like casting directors, because you'll notice like the same guest stars show up on the like different TV shows, where it's like, I've seen all 12 of these guest stars in a row on another show. And you're just like, did he just like, he just has a list he goes down every time he gets hired?
Yeah. People owing people favors.
Or just, you know, like it's like, Tarantino always hires the same actors. Like, you have the people you trust that you know will get the job done, and so unless you have a strong need to go outside your comfort zone, you probably wouldn't.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but my dog finally came around to coming back inside the house. Speaking of older people of a certain age, my dog of a certain age has started to do something new. And I've never encountered this. She's been really consistent her entire life that she goes outside, she immediately does her business, and then she comes back inside. Like my parents will often like comment when she stays with them. She says it's really bizarre how efficient she is. Like she will literally go to exactly where the place where there's the grass, immediately do the thing, then come back, right? And so you never have to wait that long. But as she's getting older, it's like she's discovering the concept of like wandering about. So my wife and I are wondering, is she like kind of like is she getting senile and like she goes outside and she forgets what she's doing and so she just kind of meanders around and follows her nose, or is she actually like attaining some like dog state, like where she's like feeling the need to just kind of roam? The other day she showed up on my front door. I let her out the back door. There's a fence, but she just appeared at the front door. And now, inconsistently, she will just appear at the front door. Like she'll go outside, she'll be gone for half an hour, and then she'll just be at the front door eventually. And she just comes in. And today I followed her because I had some time. I let her out the back door. She started doing a little walkabout. She just meandered in loose figure eights around the yard and just kind of ambled very slowly, and then eventually came back to the back door. And I was like, I want to find out how she's getting out because I don't know. But uh, it's also I don't know if I should care. Like I said, she's so old. I don't think she has any interest in fleeing, right? Or else she would have tried. But I have this feeling one day she's going to go on one of these walkabouts. That'll be the last time I see her. Is when I let her out, and that'll be it. She'll just kind of like she's practicing for walking into the middle distance, into the sunset. I don't know. Have you ever had an animal do this kind of thing where they just like change their behavior like this?
I mean, I wasn't
later in
going to
life?
say anything, but that's kind of a thing that happens with older animals, that they start wandering off because they think they're going to die.
Maybe.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it sounds like this has been happening for a bit now, and not just today.
No,
So
it's
probably not.
exactly. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like, and she's very fit. When she comes back in, she's all happy and like giddy.
Okay.
She is really excited to come back. I don't understand. Wait, this is just bizarre. And like I said, her whole life for 15 years, like she would rather be inside most of the time. Unless you're outside, then she'll be outside. She's never ever wanted to be out by herself, just chilling, like lots of dogs do. I had so many dogs in my life that do wander around. They love just sniffing every surface and looking at every corner, but she's never been that dog. So it's kind of interesting here. I wonder if this is like the doggy equivalent of, you know how like eventually everybody starts watching World War II documentaries, like and they tell themselves, I'm not going to watch World War II documentaries. That's something old people do, and then all of a sudden they start watching World War II documentaries. Like,
no,
is this what this is? Is this like the equivalent of that?
I think it's pretty obvious. Your dog is bored with you.
Maybe.
She's very excited to come back and play with you, and then now it's like, nah. Okay, there's probably some grass or something that's probably more entertaining than Parker.
That might be, but it's a weird.
Maybe the dog doesn't like the smell in your house after your house flooded.
I don't know. She's sleeping on the bare floor right now.
But she avoided it for like half an hour.
I don't know. It's weird. All those things seem like a logical thing, but none of them match up because of how consistent her whole life has been to this point. If she was bored, it's an odd time to like do something about it. Although, part of me is kind of proud of her, kind of like, like an old person who decides, I've never been on a jet ski. And so like at 78, they just get on a jet ski because they're like, fuck it. What's going to happen to me now? Like I die, but I want to be on a jet ski once. Like, and then they just do it. I wonder if that's what's going on. She's just like, I never have like been a dog outside. And so now she's doing it. I don't know if she has that complex of thought, but
don't know.
My mother-in-law did exactly that. That's why I used that example. She was like 78 or 79, and we were out at the lake, and my brother-in-law, who at the time was kind of a younger guy, was tearing out on this jet ski, just tricks and spins and trying to get as much water up in the air and waves, and then jumping them and stuff. And this little old lady was just watching him quietly underneath an umbrella on the beach. He comes, putting back up, and he's like, "Hey, anybody else want to go?" And she goes, "I do." And we're like, "What? Luis, what do you want to do?" She goes, "I want to go on a jet ski. I've been watching you guys do this for like 20 years, and I never got on one." And we're like, and Brian was like, "You sure, Grandma?" She's like, "Yeah, now. And so she got onto the back of the jet ski and just tore out. We're just like, badass grandma. She didn't hurt herself or anything. She didn't do anything too crazy, but she just wanted to know what it was. She had been, like I said, watching young people have fun for so long. She's just like, what am I waiting for? I wonder if that kind of fuck it attitude just happens to most people. Just do it. Aaron, are you there yet? Are you ready to just get on the jet ski? You haven't tried it yet, but who cares?
I'm halfway there. I wouldn't say all the way.
All the way? Okay.
I mean, he just did that with Flesh and Blood.
I don't think it's the same. Aaron, I have a
thing.
question. Aaron, if you're saying halfway there, what is one, like, dangerous thing, maybe, or potentially dangerous thing that you've looked at your whole life going, no, that's too much of a risk. No. Like a jet ski. Is there something that you're getting close to now that you're going, you've watched people do this for so long and you're like, you know what?
I've done a lot
better
of
do this.
really thrill-seeking shit, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I just
like,
that's
for
what...
me to think it's dangerous. It'd be stuff I'm not trained to do, like extreme downhill mountain biking.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would like. We're probably going to Hawaii next year, and the only thing I want to do in Hawaii is going free diving with sharks.
So I think you mentioned this. Yeah.
I don't know that I'm really a thrill seeker in my daily life, but
yeah,
if there's a chance to experience something new.
Thrill seeking. Yeah. I definitely would not want to go in the water with any fucking sharks, but I generally dislike the ocean for most reasons.
Well, I'm going to go with professionals who understand shark behavior, and it'll be a very educational experience as well as exciting and fun. I'm hoping. Knock on wood.
Remember, bop them on the nose.
I don't think they'll let you swim with the sharks. You have to, like, hit. That would be... I think that's asking for it. Well,
I don't know that they
maybe I'm wrong.
Get a vote in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yeah. Like when you're under the water, you kind of just do what you want.
Yeah, I guess.
Not those sharks. Those sharks shouldn't be here. They need to leave.
I meant you seeking them out. Like there are territorial... They're like territorial sharks that you wouldn't want to swim with in their territory because they're going to be aggressive, right? Yes.
I'm sure I will have to sign some document that says I'm not going to start chasing after the sharks or splashing them or something, right? So
yeah.
Splashing. I said thrill seeking, not fucking insane.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. That you answered my question. You want to, you have training, but you're willing to. Okay. That's the thing. I have lived my whole life looking at the thing and going, that looks like so much fun, and then immediately going, but the traction that I could be in afterwards, because I just look about it, I go, I don't think that hour, even if it works, is worth me just having like a totally messed up body for the rest of my life. So I said no to football, even at a high school level. I said no to motorcycle, some things that I really wanted to do. Watching people do it, like I really wanted to do it. Every time I just looked at it and I go, yeah, but every time you see somebody with, half a face because it got burnt off on the road, you're just like, yeah. How can that be worth it? But I think they might say otherwise. They might say, nope, the risk was worth it. I was so happy I got to take that trip, on a bike. But,
yep. One day I'll get too old to do shit, but until then, I'm just gonna enjoy it.
And I think I'm the opposite.
Doesn't matter.
That's the thing is that's how I'll be. I think I'm going to be the opposite. I'm going to say one day I'll be too old to not do it. I'll be too old. I think I'll take Luis's tactic, Edie's tactic, and just say fuck it.
I think there's like a certain amount of risk taking the average person needs to do in their life to be like content. Mm-hmm. And it's just where you load that risk taking. It's like you're either jackass where you're doing stupid shit when you're a kid, or you get bored because you've been safe your whole life and then you go out and do shit when you're older.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the first person who ever jumped out of a fucking airplane with a parachute on their back was. That must have taken some cojones. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's like we're pretty sure this is gonna work.
Is the
they could have had like
shit
a net
I've ever done.
Yeah. Was it just the first time though, or like just getting your body to overcome the natural instinct to stay on the physical object,
so first of all, I don't remember actually making the decision to jump.
It's more like the guy behind you shoved you.
No, so there were like 6 of us. When it's not typical like military like static line jumping. This was like in a small plane. We're free fall, and you're supposed to like put your hand in the doorway and arch your back, and then you just you tilt into the wind. You don't actually run and jump out. And in the training leading up to it, they'd be like 3, 2, 1, and then someone would tap you on their butt, and then you would you'd just lean into the wind and poof, you're gone. I remember someone saying 3, 2, 1, tap me on the butt, and the next thing I know, I'm in the wind. I'm like, fuck, I didn't do that. Like, but due to the training, like the automatic reflexes when that happened, then I just turned and I'm like, what? Wait, no! Like, stop! Mistakes were made.
Hey, that's good. It means the training worked.
Yeah, training worked, but yeah, that is by far the most exhilarating thing I've ever done in my life, and I am scared of heights, so that probably didn't help it.
I think there is a part of skydiving that I think would bug me, and that is that it wouldn't continue for longer. I know it actually you get to stay a while in the air, but I have a feeling I would love it so much. I think I would get hooked, and that would be bad probably for my long-term health, but maybe not.
I would be more worried about the expense. Like, I think the odds of you having a shoot failure pretty well established, assuming you're not going to like the cheapest place to go do it. Because I think they usually pack them themselves. But I'd be more worried. Like, okay, now you have a hobby that costs you $300 to $500 a weekend, and you're just like, okay, well, now you're just always funneling all your spare income into that, and that's just like what you do now. And then, like, if you like it that much, and then you end up doing stupider shit, like because you enjoy the rush.
I looked it up, Aaron. The first parachute jump using a modern style parachute, so not like a ad hoc, whatever the fuck, was a Frenchman in 1797. He jumped out of a hot air balloon.
On purpose.
Yep. The first successful parachute jump. Sorry, this is the first successful. It may not be the first one ever. This says successful. It might be not the first one.
His name was Test Subject 18.
Jean-Jacques 18. The 18th attempt, but no.
I have no idea if this is true because so much on the internet is fake, but I was watching this guy have a conversation with somebody who's telling a story of how some military was like training this unit of like Gurkhas that were like this super elite unit from their country, and so they're like, well, we need volunteers for this like parachute mission, and so but they didn't really have a good language or interpreter with them, and so it's like, we need people to volunteer to jump out of the plane and go do the mission, and only 5 of the 200 Gurkhas volunteered, and there's like, that seems really odd because usually these guys are like incredibly brave. And then the actual translator finally shows up, and then they explained it to them, and that they were going to get parachutes, and then everyone volunteered. And so there's 5 guys that volunteered to jump out of a plane without a parachute. There's like, it'll be fine. Like, I'm sure we'll be okay.
Yeah, I've heard that story too. There were 5 guys went, well, they probably got a plan in it, or even if they don't, like,
even if they don't, like, maybe we're just trying to body slam them, like, people get them. It's fine. All right. Parker, have you decided to go all in on Old World yet?
No.
You sure?
Old World Warhammer? Old World?
Yeah.
Oh, no. 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 It's not like 1,000 times no, but it's definitely a lot of no.
It's like 3 no's.
Yeah, I don't... I'm at a point in my minis career that there are so many great games that I could play, and so many like B+ games that I could play, that I don't need to reach for a game that I've been burned by so many times.
How many times have you been burned by fantasy?
Okay, to be fair, I never had a dramatically negative experience like I did in 40K playing fantasy, but I never had a game that I was really excited to play more, right? So I think I've only played like 3 or 4 games, so maybe somebody could show me a fantasy army and a fantasy game that I'd be really excited to play. But it really is. It's not an F. It's not a failure. It's just a D+ most times. I just wasn't really into it. But like everything the Warhammer does is so fucking cool looking. Like, I want to play all their stuff because I love their lore and I love their art design so much with their fantasy and 40K. But every time I every time I go to put models down on the table, I leave the 3-hour experience going, okay. Or in 40K, I go, okay, here's somebody. Let me find a way to get rid of this army, so I never have to play this game again. But which is bizarre because so many games have mistreated me, right? I've had so many negative experiences playing games, and all the games I've played like that, I just go back to. Like, X-Wing was not a fantastic game, and I had a lot of negative experiences playing X-Wing, but I never didn't want to go back to play more X-Wing. Not once. Even when the game fell over backwards and died, I still was excited to play X-Wing. So I think I think it is something about the 40K style that I might forever struggle with, unless they just dramatically rewrite the game in some really insane way.
Oh, well, good news. They've been doing that a lot lately. I don't know. Like, I can't point at one thing about 40K. It's like, this is why I dislike it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain because I think it has a lot of great qualities, but it's like, I'm trying to think of an example of another game that's like this, because like you said, like, it looks like it's so much fun and there's so many cool things about it, and then you like go to play it and you're just like, this is the worst experience I've had in my adult life, and you like, can't do this.
Yeah.
And then you sell your army, like, why did I ever try that? And then like 2 years later you're like, you know what, maybe it was just a bad one-off experience.
Yeah.
And you just like try that shit, you're like, no, it's something about it, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and this might be actually a factor. Like, I build it up in my mind as, because I've read so much fluff and I know so much about it. Like, I want to feel like that. Like, I want the game to feel like that, and like give me that experience that I get when I read it, and I'm immersed in the universe, in the fiction. And it's never done that. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I appreciated things like X-Wing or MCP or Judgment or even some card games, is because I feel like the people designing it were trying really hard to get me to feel like this is Spider-Man, and so I could feel it. It's not perfect, but it's reminiscent, right? I can see what they were doing. I'm connecting with the concept of Spider-Man. I'm connecting with the concept of a samurai. I'm getting connected to the concept of a space fighter pilot. But in 40K, like, it never seemed to matter. Even though my thing in front of me is this awesome orc war boss, like, he felt so exactly the same as the Terminator Lord across from me, right? Like, they have the same stat line. They both have like one attack or one weapon skill difference, and that's the big diff. And we're gonna walk at each other and until one of us fails enough dice rolls. That didn't feel like the epic combat that I imagine between these two characters in the fiction. And I think that might be the core of what I don't experience when I play those games. We don't have to rag on them, though. I went down.
I wasn't ragging. You're the one ragging.
Yeah, I did. I did. I said we. I'm sharing credit for something that I did immediately.
Oh, okay. All right, I have a joke for you, Parker, in honor of Jeremy not being here.
I love these. What is your joke?
All right. What kind of bee makes you sleepy?
I don't know.
Bill Cosby.
No.
Is that a no? You like that one?
That
you look like you like it, but you look like you don't want to like it.
Oh, that's when. That's less dad and more like stand-up.
That's not a dad joke. That's
that's just like a stand-up joke. That's just a good zinger. Yeah, that was good. I was expecting dad joke because I was thinking about all the like.
Get you with it.
I was thinking about all the like the sleep aids that have the word bee or honey or stinger or something. I was thinking of all this kind of things and I couldn't come up with it. But that's because I was not thinking pop culture land like that. That's good.
Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and move into Mojo World then, and I'm just gonna wing it. I have 0 things written down.
Oh wow, let's do it. I would like to recognize that before Mojo World starts, I won a Mojo World, and the only reason why I like to recognize that is that it happens like once every 18 months or so, and so I just want to bask in that for a second. When I saw that happened, it made my like 2 or 3 hours after I recognized it. So, thank you, listeners. Thank you. vindication every once in a while is mine.
The votes came in. It only took us to pick a category that I'd only seen 4 movies from ever.
Well, if you like that category, you're going to love this one.
I don't know how I got as many votes as Aaron, honestly. Because my list is terrible. And he has arguably 3 good movies on his.
Once again, our listenership and I are not the same height. That's to say, we're not seeing eye to eye.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, Aaron, I'm going to let you go first this week. We're doing pets.
I have the only banger on this list.
That's true.
The first pet everyone should have, because it's amazing, is a mountain lion.
Okay.
And I know we've talked about this at some point in the past.
I joked. I just joked. Oh my god.
I had my head. I almost said it out loud. I didn't have mountain lion.
God.
I assumed you were going to say snake.
Yeah.
My wife.
I knew
it
wasn't going to be.
Wait,
as
what?
She grew up. Have we not talked about this on the cast?
No.
My father-in-law owned a mountain lion on 40 acres in Arkansas, and so my wife grew up with a mountain lion as a pet.
Fuck a duck. Now,
So I'm not exactly pulling this out of my ass. Go ahead.
No, I had a neighbor that owned a puma, and that was she fucking got mauled by that thing twice, like before she eventually got rid of it. And
Fool me once.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah, but she got bad.
Twice.
She got bad cut up in her arms and her shoulder from it, and like she said, and it's probably true. She's like, the creature wasn't like it wasn't attempting to eat her. It was just like playing rough, just like
yeah, I just didn't know how strong it was.
Right, just like grabbed her and started to go. So tell me about your father-in-law's puma or mountain lion. What was his name? I have to know.
Putty.
Okay.
Putty the puma. It was they called him Putty because they didn't want to give him like Razor or something. They wanted, when they were talking about it out in public, they didn't want people to know that it was a mountain lion. Because you're going to find it shocking, but not everyone thinks you being able to keep mountain lions okay in this country.
Yeah. Simba.
Yeah. So apparently it was relatively well behaved, no maulings, but it did have to assert dominance. So if, for instance, they had a professional photographer come over one time to take pictures of the mountain lion while they're playing with it and stuff. And, her dad said, okay, you're going to have to turn your back on it, and it's going to pounce on you. And then you're going to be best friends. So you just trust me. He needs to assert his dominance over you. He's not going to eat you. And then everything's going to be chill. And it was true, right? I'm not going to say that her father-in-law had it trained, but managed. Let's at least go managed.
They had a relationship.
Yes. He would take it to the store. It'd be in the front seat. He'd just roll the window down a little bit. He'd go into the hardware store, buy what he needed, come back out. Yeah, he'd take his little mountain lion wherever he wanted to go.
God damn, there's no such thing as a little mountain lion. Those things are all fucking enormous. That's crazy cool. I'm not going to lie. I think this is cool. Not just crazy. It's crazy cool.
Yeah. He moved to Puerto Rico and ended up giving it to a petting zoo is the wrong word, but animal preserve type outfit up in Wisconsin, I think. And then eventually died there. They got to go visit though, when they were in town. Anyway, number one, if you can if you can legally own one where you're at and don't have small children, go get yourself a mountain lion.
Wow. Yeah, you. I think you should win. I hope you win.
I want get 0 votes, but go ahead. Oh, sorry. Did I take yours, Brandon?
No, I'm just.
He's got to scramble. He's got to scramble to find it. The only.
All right.
The number one pick
Nevada, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Alabama. You need 0 documentation to own a mountain lion.
Yeah.
With a state permit, you may have in Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, North Dakota, Arizona, a few others. And then looks like about 30 states, it's just flatly illegal.
He lived in
But this
Arkansas, and at the time, it was not illegal. I knew for it. Well, fact, I think it was not illegal.
Very
So.
believable.
Man, oh man.
But yeah. That extends to all exotic cats, and so technically that's any like lions, tigers, anything. Okay, I'll just go with dogs. I mean, I was gonna say Siberian tiger, but technically he's taken it.
Yeah,
because he has cats.
I think mountain lion could be taken, and then also cats could be taken. I don't think.
I've claimed the entire cats category. Get
there are a lot of fucking felines out there. Nope. Cats aren't even on my list, so I don't give a shit. But I feel like
they shouldn't be on anyone's list except for Aaron's.
Yeah, that's true.
He's taking it.
This is the best cat I've ever heard of.
If you take my answer and you translate that to cats, I will fucking ream you.
I'm gonna write it. I'm just saying Parker can't pick cats.
No. Okay. Deal. I'll take it.
All right, you get 2, Parker.
My number 1 is rabbit. I think rabbits are great pets. And
disagree.
My second one is pythons. I like pythons.
Okay, so I'm going to win this no matter what I say. So I'm going to start getting real weird with it and be like, alligators. Let's see here. What is something just absolutely famous for being the worst possible pet you could own?
Tarantula.
Piranha.
I'm thinking like bear. Just like a full-grown bear.
I don't know.
Did I send you that video of that like they were doing like animals on TV thing, and there's like this woman sitting next to a bear that just mauls her. It's like, yeah, great idea, buddy.
I always think of the what's it called, the Bear Man or whatever it is, the guy who was like going to be one with the forest, and there's that video of him cursing at a fox, like, and then he ends up getting mauled and eaten by a bear. Maybe not.
That's
eaten,
surprising.
But definitely killed. Yeah.
Definitely killed. I don't know if he ate him, but he definitely killed him.
Yeah.
I just remember the photographer trying to get to Bear Island. He's like, I'm just going to go to Bear Island and take some pictures. Like, he died. Like, he got nowhere near the island.
Yeah. I've been within like 10 miles of that island, and there were signs that far away. Like, there was just like, do not fucking go this way. Do not go. Why are you still going this way? Turn around. Like, it was serious business.
I'm going to go monkey.
Oh,
people are going to be like, you guys are the weirdest people we've ever heard of.
Well, we said we couldn't pick like different kinds of things, right? So you got to go with something.
Well, we haven't said that here, but we did say that beforehand, is that you couldn't pick the same kind of animal.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, you got your last 2 picks.
I really wanted to say piranha, but they're actually not a good pet. I just wanted one for so long. We're going to go ferret and rat.
Rat was actually, because I Googled a list, was on the list of like top 10 pets you could own.
Yeah, they're pretty
those are both very underrated, smart, intelligent, cuddly, and that's not what people think of with rats. But if you get a pet one as opposed to the wild one that wants to gnaw your face off, yeah.
I'm going to say Sable.
Okay. Can you keep a Sable?
You can. I believe you need a permit technically, but there's several kinds, and the kinds that they raise for their hair for paintbrushes are very domesticated. But they're the like ingenious family they're part of is not considered domesticated, and so that's what the problem is they don't view that subspecies as domesticated, but they are domesticated. Unlike mountain lions, who are just completely undomesticated.
Yeah, they're just animals you brought in your house.
Well, technically, a house cat is like the same like general pool as a mountain lion, who's just very, very fucking like. You can't have a bobcat, but you can have a house cat. Like, they're just one is not recognized, even though it should be.
I'm gonna take the lowest hanging fruit left here, the fish.
I was gonna take fish, but I would never own a fish just because it seems wasteful. Like, if you like looking at fish, buy a fish, right? Like, I get that. That makes it just. I don't like looking at fish enough to clean the tank. Like, it's just not enough for me.
And I think one of the reasons I do like fish is they are a pet that definitely like feels like a pet, but they stay right. They're right there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to like even with animals like rabbits and things. You should let them out, or else they'll go a little nuts. Right? They can't
Mm-hmm.
handle being cooped up all the time. But a fish, the right fish, just stays in its tank, perfectly satisfied. Does its thing.
Yep. All right, honorable mentions. I was gonna say otter, but I don't know. I have never owned an otter, so that seems like it could be a lot of work.
I
But
know that
they're
some
so
of them
cute.
are like the freshwater otters are really aggressive creatures. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think more aggressive than a puma. From
I feel like I could take an otter.
I have
I probably couldn't take
I
a
have no
puma.
scientific data to back this up. I just have a feeling.
You just think they're mean.
Yeah. My honorable mention, and this is from a farm kid, is chickens. Chickens are fun to keep, but
I just don't
a
think I
chicken
would ever consider a chicken a pet.
exactly keeping a chicken in your
Yeah.
house is a fucking nightmare. So they're
Yeah.
really a farm
It's
animal.
livestock. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different.
But you can keep them like pets. Just keep them outside. Like
I mean, like, arguably, by that justification, a goat is like the best pet you could ever have. It's got so many uses. Like,
I'll beg to differ. Goats are fucking terrible. I don't think I ever had a goat that I appreciated as like their personality. Ugh.
mm-hmm.
But
Right. That's why they're not a pet. They're
right,
a resource. Like,
right.
they will do stuff that you want them to do.
But chickens can be endearing. Like chickens can appreciate you as more than just like you give me food. I found chickens were endearing creatures. I appreciated them.
All right. Well, I am amazed that this list is as crazy as it is. I thought for sure we'd be way more basic. I knew somebody was going to take rabbit. I just think rabbits are only a good pet if you have kids, and I know you have kids, so
Yeah. Rabbits, in my opinion, are like a number one kid pet. They are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
My rabbit or our rabbit, I guess, my daughter's rabbit, is so amazingly trained. Like she will, she has not gone in the bathroom in our house for like I'll say 18 months straight. My dog shits and pisses in my house at least once a month, just from like our negligence maybe. Like we'll just forget, or maybe we'll be gone for too long, or she just gets sick. Rabbits can't get sick apparently, and they can't pee unless they absolutely fucking want to. And she waits and she goes in the pen. Like it's really bizarre how consistent she is. That or she's really good at hiding it, but it's not. You can see and smell it. So I think
Yeah.
she's just a great animal for cleanliness.
I've never seen a rabbit want to interact with people. Like, they will interact with you if you like have food, but they're not interacting with you. They're just trying to get the food.
I could tell you that,
And so it's just so weird. But they're also completely apathetic if you fuck with them.
true,
so,
yeah.
Which is why they're great for kids, because kids
Yeah.
want to interact with them. They don't necessarily want the thing to interact with them back. They just want to interact with it.
Yeah.
And so it's great for a kid. But if you're just like an adult with a rabbit and you just look at it just like chewing, you're like, so what's up, Dave? And you're like,
Yeah.
like it's like no interaction.
I will say that it also depends upon how they socialize them, because my daughter was she's very affectionate, right? So she's constantly showing it physical affection. So it does, like if you're in the room and it realizes you're in the room, it will come out of its hiding place and just like sit next to you. Like you said, doesn't need you at all, doesn't like, but if you start to pet it, it will hang out with you. But it doesn't do like a cat or a dog where it will like crawl on you or push its body against you. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't
want to
seek
cuddle.
It. Right. It doesn't want to cuddle, but it will allow you to give it affection, like you said. So they are the perfect. Like and the other thing, like you just said, is they have zero like social intelligence translation for us, so they can give you no indication of their mood. They are like a fish. You cannot tell how they feel. They have body language signals that you can like translate, but they speak a totally different social language. And so every once in a while, Cecilia's like, "Oh, Roxy's upset," and I go, "Yeah, really?" How can you tell? And you're like, she looks like exactly the same as she always looks, and that's just my daughter, deciding how the pet feels. But it's cute. It works.
Cool. Are you coming to the store tomorrow, Parker?
Nope. Solo with the girls this week, so.
Well, I was only hoping you would say yes, because if you say yes, I'm going to be at the store, that guarantees you won't be there. So
Yeah. I am planning on stopping by on Friday at least. If there is a new Judgment model, I will be buying that and giving it to my favorite painter and cast member, Jeremy. So he can.
I don't know if you want me to pierce the veil here and tell you no, but
Yeah. That's okay.
You
But-
can't be in the same room as that model. That
me?
model exudes so much power. To see Asbrand and Parker in the same room together is not something I think I want to see.
Asbrand with Parker dice sounds like a bad trip.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. That is. They designed a dwarf god and called it a dwarf king.
Yeah.
I've only played it twice, but it has been cacklingly mad good fun.
Mm.
And I'm not sure my opponents would agree.
Have they looked at adjusting him at all, or is
God,
it just
no.
going to be
He
the
hasn't
normal
even
update?
released yet, so.
Yeah.
And maybe
I
I'm
didn't
wrong,
know how much.
right?
I didn't know how much they messed with stuff before then. I think, if I recall, the last time it was like we're waiting for the next update. It doesn't matter how good he is.
They have emergency patched 2 things. Let's call it 3. 3 things in a year and a half.
Oof.
They're very reluctant, and I really support that. I think the meta needs time to shift, adjust. If they were constantly pinging the first thing that people thought was overpowered, the community has been wrong a lot. So people just need to deal with it. And if a certain model is on the buffed side of a curve for 6 months, okay, right?
Right.
Like the level for emergency patch needs to be pretty severe, I think. Otherwise, people get the
especially-
expectation that it's going to be nerfed, and they don't even bother trying to figure out how to play into it.
Agreed. And I think a lot of it is they want to see if you can engineer it out through, meta. They want to see can you address this? Like, we know we might have introduced a new mechanic into the game or a new power scale into the game. Can it be like dealt with by the player base, or is it impossible? And the only way you're going to get that information is by stress testing. Like, you're going to have to just let it play out and see what happens. Because so many times you'll see stuff like, Thanos will come out. It's like, well, can you guys deal with this? Like, we need to see you try your hardest to know where it's at. Because even if we agree it's too strong, until we get that information, we won't know how much to nerf it. It's like, so we have to find out.
I listened to your cast about it, and after looking at him, the only thing I'll say is that in terms of that like counter decision, he looks like your deposit that he feels very much like a Thorgar, right? He's the other dwarf with
Thrommel.
Thrommel. He feels very much like that was terrible. Feels very much like Thrommel. However, Thrommel has one thing that makes Thrommel, in my opinion, which is he cannot be moved. I feel like Asbrand is going to be a ping pong ball. Like, I feel like he's going to go wherever you want him to go all the time. So I will be interested to see how people, mitigate that, because playing against dwarves, one of the things that's super easy is you get all your effects are going to go off and all of your movements are going to go off. So I'll be interested to see how maneuvers affect him when people learn how to not like try to necessarily kill him although you might need to, but just what if we just send him over there 2 spaces and now he has to fight the monster, for example.
Triple push him every round and just don't deal with him.
Right. Zavera charges him and gets 4 dice. Like that's that's how easy it is to move him, right? So we'll see.
You're not wrong. I look forward to exploring the territory in the coming weeks.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been Brandon.
And Parker.
And Aaron.
So what are we going to call this thing?
I got it. Okay. Incredible, new, fantastic, astonishing, mighty, original, uncanny, sensational podcast.
I'm just going to put down infamous.